We hope you enjoy this rebroadcast of Risk On's highest-rated topics for the previous week. Todd and Jason will return next week with their regularly scheduled programming. And now, Risk On.
Hey, it's Todd Ault. It is Risk On, the 59th show.
Yes.
It's April 26th. Tesla earnings in the house today. For full disclosure, I'm short Tesla at 738.20. I also wrote the 747.5 calls, so I am short Tesla, expecting it to sell off on the news. The news should be great. I'm hearing actually that it is coming in good, but I think it's buying the rumor, selling the news. Got Tesla today, United Technologies today, their general meeting after the close today. Public storage, these are big earnings today. But for the week, you see things, I think Microsoft, right, is one day. Want to kind of cover that. There's some big numbers tomorrow, I believe. Microsoft, Alphabet, which is Google, Visa, Novartis, Wells Fargo, Eli Lilly, Texas Instruments, United Parcel Service, Citicorp, Amgen,
Huge.
Starbucks, Charter, IBM, United Technologies, General Electric tomorrow. Wow.
It's huge.
3M, HSBC, AMD, big number, Stryker, Fiserv, Mondelez. I mean, geez, tomorrow is a huge day. Wow, I got a little squeaky there.
It's massive. It's 65% of the
Apple
S&P.
on Wednesday, Facebook, Qualcomm, Boeing, a large position. We're long a Boeing, for full disclosure. We've been long for months. Shopify, Sony, Glaxo, ServiceNow. It is another huge day. CME Group, Moderna, they'll be reporting. Or is that the annual meeting? No, that's the annual meeting for them.
Yep.
On Thursday, you got Amazon, Samsung, MasterCard, Industrial Commercial Bank of China, Comcast. These are big numbers. Merck, McDonald's, Bank of Bristol Myers, Shell. Wow. Caterpillar, Goldman Sachs, American Tower. Actually, no. Goldman Sachs, that's their annual meeting. I always get this wrong when I read this way. And then I think that's it. I don't think that, that's it. For the week, it's a big week, right?
Yeah, it's like the first time in history where like the top 7 market caps on the exchange are reporting during the same week.
Well, it seems like we got a lot going on there.
Gold, $17.80 up $3 an ounce. Silver's up 16 cents an ounce. And the big elephant in the room, copper, $4.44 up 10 cents. We have a position in FCX, full disclosure. Copper's getting ready to bust the all-time high per pound. We have the historical chart ready. We're going to talk about copper a little bit later on. And
it's a strange thing. Ever since I've moved to Vegas, it feels like I have more time, and I realize, Skylar, I don't know how this treats you. Can we go to that split screen, me, you, and Skylar? Let's do that. Can we do that? Oh, that's cool. Love that split screen. So I live in a house where it's a pretty big house. I live in a house, pretty big house, but everything's kind of, for me, is on the first floor except the game room's on the second floor. The office is across the street, kind of, right, pretty close. And in Vegas, it seems like everything's pretty easy to get to.
Yeah, I would say like 15, maybe 20 minutes.
Everything,
max,
like your house is 14 minutes away.
right.
Great restaurants are like within 20 minutes, 15 minutes of each other.
I'd cover a little more right here. I'm sorry. I'm watching this candle here.
The freeway is very, very open. And do I feel suddenly like I have more time? It's more organized. And I can't tell whether it's COVID I'm effectively back to work, whereas before I was working from home. I don't have COVID. I'm vaccinated, by the way. I feel like I'm having a little cough there.
It's dry here.
Yeah,
you know that.
for sure. There's no question. But I'm really enjoying the fact that I can take my time, think about things here. I was telling someone, talk about Risk On when you live in Orange County. Every time I wanted to have a dinner in Los Angeles, it was an hour and a half drive to the dinner. If the dinner was 2.5 hours, you'd drive back an hour and a half to 2 hours. If there was traffic, you'd have a 6-hour day. You'd blow half a day. You'd blow a part of your day.
Yeah,
Horrible.
for sure.
And then the stress level driving.
Oh my God,
dude! How did you do it?
So it's
Traffic is
freaking me out because I
terrible
told you, like,
Right.
We wake up on a Saturday and I have my normal appointment, and then I text you like at 11 o'clock. You're like, yeah, let's go to the casino.
Yeah.
Nah, let's go here. Let's go shooting. Let's go to the. So it's a totally different culture.
There's so
Or
much
am I
to
just
do,
am I
too.
just thinking it's totally different?
No, you know how easy it is to get around here.
Yeah.
I mean, I came from South Florida, which has its own traffic.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
LA traffic, but pretty solid traffic. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, that's some solid traffic, especially during the snowbird season in the winter. But Vegas, except the weekends, during the week, Vegas is a breeze. I mean, it is so easy to get around. During the weekends, most of the
Get
strip.
a little busy.
Yeah, a little busy.
So Bitcoin, it got crushed over the weekend.
Yeah.
I saw it at 47 something, right?
Ethereum came back quickly. It feels like Bitcoin was lagging. It's kind of like silver leads the way, and then gold is right behind it. It feels like Ethereum is getting a little bit heavy, but Bitcoin has a little more value in it right now. I know that's weird to say, but the ratio of Ethereum to Bitcoin has shrunk to around 21 Ethereum to equal 1 Bitcoin. So just keep an eye on that ratio. It's kind of an interesting thing to track. At most of the time when we've been following these two, the ratio has been 30 Ethereum to equal 1 Bitcoin. Well, now we're down to 21. And that's a similar thing I like to follow with silver and gold. The gold to silver ratio, it's usually, historically, it's been around 16 to 32-ish ounces of silver to equal 1 ounce of gold. Now it's 69 ounces of silver to equal 1 ounce of gold. Well, just speaking from a macro metal factual real life scenario, gold and silver is actually, let me just make sure. I just did some research on this. I don't want to get this wrong for you folks, but it's pretty amazing when I tell you this information. Okay.
So for full disclosure, I told you I was short Tesla. I've covered 500 of the 1,200 I was short, plus
Right.
I wrote 10 calls against it. And the 747 calls for $23.
So the misclick was in our favor.
The misclick was in our favor.
Awesome.
That's not usually the case.
Silver is pulled out of the Earth's crust by miners at a ratio of 9 to 1 versus gold. Yet, the ratio of silver to gold is 69 to 1. Do you guys see the value there? So annual silver mining is about 1 billion ounces. So even at $30 silver, which is what it is about right now if you try to buy it, even though on paper it's around 25 or 26, even at $30 an ounce, the annual silver market cap is just a tiny sector at 30 billion market cap. So just think about that.
Let's go to ammo. For full disclosure on ammo, pull up this chart. Continues to be trade well. I'm incredibly disappointed that gunbroker.com has not been announced. For full disclosure, we sold around 23,000 shares today, leaving our position somewhere we believe around 770,000 shares. We're still bullish, but it's April 26th. Where's the gunbroker.com announcement? I'm disappointed. I'm not going to lie that they haven't announced this deal. They put out an LOI 30 days after they put out an LOI, and then 30 days later they did an offering, and the LOI was back in was it in March?
March 13th.
Right.
No, sorry.
It was February.
It was February, and then the offering was March 13th. Yes.
So they put in an LOI in February. They did an offering in March at $5, and here we are, March, April, May. Going to be May, and they haven't announced this deal. So
you got Lake Street, Zeke, and of course the one who did the capital raise.
it was
Your local folks.
yeah,
over
Roth
there.
Capital,
Yeah, they all
right.
slapped a $9 target on it. By the way.
they all universally like are lemmings and go together. And,
Yeah.
Ooh, move over. No, you move over. I'll go to 9. What are you going to do? I'll go to 9. It's an embarrassment.
The same low volume, though, as far as I'm looking at price action and today's trading based on the market, 1.4 million traded in shares. And then if you dig a little bit deeper on POW, and then we'll move on. POW today had an inflow and outflow ratio of about even. The buys are a little bit more than the sells.
Nick, let's go to the 5-day. 5-day, it's up 68 cents. It's up 10.29%. It's 7:30 in the aftermarket. You have nothing to complain about other than, and I'm not complaining, other than I'd like to see the gunbroker.com announcement happen.
Next to the copper, yeah.
We're going to go to that
here's
copper
the
chart.
all-time chart, guys and gals.
Let's look at this copper chart. And is that the
That's
highest it's
all
ever
time.
traded?
Yeah, it's 3 pennies below the all-time high, I believe.
Yeah, Jason's looking at kind of a global breakout on. I never understood this. If you look at the chart to the right, can you pull the chart back up? Is lithium, is that quoted in pounds, 90,000 a pound, or what does that mean?
Oh, that's a good question.
I never understood what 90,000 lithium means. 1.5 million, 1,500 soybeans.
Let's find out.
Yeah. Anyways, so copper is at $4.44.75. Well, that's probably an all-time high, isn't it?
Yep.
Wow, pretty close there.
It's pretty close.
And so Jason continues to be bullish on copper. I understand. And I learned this morning at breakfast we're going to have Risk on Rewind. Nobody is more excited than me to cover all the times I talked about naked or POWW or short to triple Qs.
POW.
Come on, man. POWW, right, dude. This is we're going to be Risk on Rewind.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that.
The rewind.
And this is apparently going to cover all the times we talked about a stock, like the historical part of what we talk about.
I mean, you could do one show, a rewind on POW. I mean, probably.
Yeah, we did. The whole show could be POW.
Probably.
POWW. So here we have naked brands. I'm gonna go a little further back and say,
get back to the chat.
This is a peak at $1.65, and then here you see, Jason, how much have they really raised? Because this is not a big retracement from the year-to-date highs.
What'd they raise? $250 million plus
Right.
the Bendin capital? Is that what I'm
But
getting?
what I'm noticing here is on the 1 month, this thing's back to 75. Look at this entire gap it filled. You'd like to see, if you were a believer in this move, although, what was the volume like? Can you check it out, Jason?
216 million shares. And the average daily volume for the past 3 months was 168.
So it was above the,
Yep.
so
50 million above
50
average.
million above average shares. You'd like to see it kind of move sideways from here and sort of maintain that sort of above. What level do you think it has to maintain above to be credible here in terms of a move?
Honestly, the 200 moving average on the
I mean, look at the 5-day.
Let's
Look
see
at the
here.
5-day. This is.
It's
Can you pull that up, Nick? The 5-day.
look at it bounced off the daily, Todd. Or I'm sorry, it bounced off the 200, which was at it bounced off the 200 days ago. Dude, this looks good for a reversal. That's the daily.
It does look like a 200-day reversal. Can anyone comment at all what they think that the division that they're going to sell is worth? Do we know? The divestiture of Bendin.
Probably 130.
Yeah, so this puts them in a position where they have an enormous amount of cash.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Oh.
He's saying there's news on GME. Did they complete their ATM?
At 157 average?
Really?
Let me
Wow.
just go
Thank
to
you
that.
for the chart. Is that Mark Low Dollar Bull?
Mark is on it, doggone
Mark, what's up with you, baby?
it. Let's see what we got.
Oh, wow. That's a big deal.
Let me see here. What's the after hours? Oh, after hours is
Oh,
ripping.
181 is
ripping
ripping,
faces.
Dude. Ripping faces.
Shorty's
off of that
getting
deal.
smoked
Yeah,
right now. I
that's,
love when Shorty gets smoked.
Hey, you know, one thing that Naked did differently than they did is they raised capital from hedge funds.
Yep.
They raised capital from certain people.
Wow.
Hey, they raised capital from people. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Naked did.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, they raised the capital, and
Yep.
they got it out of the way very quickly.
Yes.
They ripped off the Band-Aid,
Yes,
right? Whereas,
yep.
but it looks like, I mean, I don't know the news here, but you got, here we go. Let's go to the chart. You got GameStop up
Wow.
1775 in the current market, and then in the aftermarket up an additional 14 or 8.3%. GameStop's ripping, and see what we can report there. How tall is Todd Ault? I'm 6'4",
A whole foot taller than me.
a whole foot taller than Skylar. I am 6'4", and I played football, and I'm a big dude. Unfortunately, I kept eating afterwards, and so I even got bigger. Supreme Court agrees to hear the first Second Amendment case in 10 years. What is happening? Let us know. Let's cover the Second Amendment real quickly. So tell us about this Supreme Court case.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to rule.
Sorry. My gun misfired.
They're supposed to rule on if the Second Amendment protects Americans' rights to conceal carry outside of the home for self-defense.
Oh, this is a New York issue, right? New York is actually taking a lot of rights away from people there, right? So what's the issue? What do they? Who wins? Who loses about concealed carry? Because this is an issue like the states have the right to like limit the access to some degree.
New York's saying that requirement that individuals must show proper cause to carry a gun. That's not a rule that is often cited when applicants are denied to the right to carry. So apparently there was a court case, New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Corlett. So that's what's going to be challenged, I guess.
But they're going to hear it, but
Yeah.
that means you won't hear about this till October.
I mean, probably. It'll take a little while.
No, they start hearing cases now.
Yeah.
Is it Coney Barrett that's there now?
Amy Coney Barrett, Justice Kavanaugh. Yeah, there's plenty of pro Second Amendment Supreme Court justices for sure.
Are any of the other Supreme Court justices pro Second Amendment
Yeah,
that are on the Democratic side?
No, Roberts is pro Second Amendment. I don't know, Alito. I guess Alito would be anti. I don't know that for sure though. So I think this is going to be a win for freedom-loving Americans.
That say I have the right to carry a pistol
Yeah.
concealed.
It's called constitutional carry, and several states have voted for it recently. They've just said, you know what, we're doing away with any kind of procedures and policies to get a concealed carry permit. Like a lot of states have concealed carry, like Florida, and then a lot of states have reciprocal concealed carry, where you can just go to that state and you can use your concealed carry license from the other state. But a lot of states don't even require it now. It's just called constitutional carry, like Arizona.
You know, I just thought of with Naked Brands. I can't get it off my head. Why don't we get the CEO on the show?
Why don't we?
Hey,
Dude,
well, I happen to know how to get a hold of him.
what are we waiting for?
Why don't we get? Hey, Skyla, can you make that a priority? Let's see if we can get the CEO on the show.
Would you guys
talk
like to
about
see the
Naked Brands.
CEO?
If you guys want to see the CEO
Yeah,
of the
no,
show,
I'll try.
That would be
I'll do
cool,
it.
wouldn't it?
Very cool.
I just thought of that just now. Every day at 12 o'clock, we do a program called Risk on Sports with Jason Bartholomew and myself. And he's a professional handicapper, and he's an honest guy. It's not that I'm going, hey, let's start sports betting. It's
No.
that I watch this guy take pride in his work. I know 2 players here in Vegas that bloviate. They don't print what they do. Jason makes it available for you to see everything he does.
Don't
Those
forget.
of you who want your merch, MERCH, text MERCH to 949-799-1831. We're giving out free merch. We're going to give it out for a while. Eventually, it won't be free. But if you're enjoying the show right now and you like us, you like and subscribe, and you're friends with us and you want to get some merch and wear it, we're going to send it to you. This is the 59th episode of Risk On. Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's Risk On with Jason Bartholomew. Skylar's in the house. Our producer Josh is here from Orange County area, Riverside area.
OC.
Traveled to Vegas for 2 days of meetings. It's the 60th episode of Risk On.
Here we go!
It's the 60th episode of Risk On. I'm Todd Ault. This is the 27th of April, April 27th. It is about 1:15 on the Pacific Coast. I got a bunch of things I want to cover. We're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Elon Musk. It's no longer a car company. It sells credits, tax credits, and trades crypto.
Yes.
We're going to cover that. I was short for full disclosure. I did cover it today, by the way.
Oh, by the way, the Naked Army was asking me. They're like, he goes by Todd, right?
My friends call me Todd.
Absolutely.
You can call me Milton if you want to. And that was my grandfather. He was the first. My dad's the second. I'm the third. My dad was junior, obviously. Yeah. But I'm adopted, so my name was changed. My original name was Todd. And when my father adopted me, he changed my name.
So it looks like Q1 earnings from Alphabet, the parent company, top estimates amid advertising sales resurgence. Q1 revenue, excluding traffic acquisition costs, it looks like they beat $45.6 billion. The street was looking for $42.6 billion.
It's a big beat.
Yeah, that's a big beat. And it looks like GAAP earnings per share was a crusher. Look at that, $26.29 versus $15.64. That's Y over Y, year over year, for those of you that aren't familiar with that shortcut or abbreviation. It looks like all the FANG stocks are Alphabet shares posted the least impressive gain during 2020. So apparently, I mean, everybody is on.
During the first year, it looks like they're rocking.
Yeah, for sure.
Advertising, core advertising through search, YouTube exposure to market, travel, and other high. Wow.
Their advertising went up 32% in revenue.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, I remember about 40 shows ago. In fact, when we start doing these rewinds, Mr. Producer Josh will be looking at this. I remember when you actually were, I think you alerted Google. Let me just make sure I get my
Tell you what,
facts
man,
right.
they've spent $9.5 billion on acquisitions.
Yeah, you alerted to go long on Google about 40 shows ago at about 2,000. I remember.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been doing.
I just remember the 2,000 number.
It's been performing a lot better this year. Let's look at year to date. Year to date, it's up $564.85, and that doesn't include the almost $94 it's up in the aftermarket today. So if you're a Google shareholder, you got to be pleased with this. Let's go to Naked Brands. This is a name that everyone likes to watch. Down 7.6 cents today. What was the volume like? Can you check?
Sure.
This is a volatile stock, to say the least here.
So 30% gainer roughly yesterday. Gave a little bit
Gave back
back.
10% today.
Yeah, gave back a third.
It's up in the aftermarket to 67.
But considering the pressure on the market with all the anxiety, with all the massive earnings releases, and then Jay Powell speaking tomorrow, I'm not disappointed in.
I don't know anything for sure, and I want to be clear with everyone. I don't know for sure. But I can tell you that it feels like to me, if I were to look at the narrative of the story, I think there's going to be a lot of news on this stock. I think the CEO and the company, they have a strategy that when they unveil it, they're going to really play out why they've done what they've done.
183.7 million volume during the traditional hours. That's about 15 million above average volume, 3-month average daily volume.
Year to date, they're still up 44 cents or 99. Wow. Is that true?
Yeah.
Holy Toledo.
Remember, it was like 6 cents or something. If I remember correctly.
They're up 199% on the year. 44. Is that right?
Yeah.
Holy Toledo. That thing has made a huge move. Holy Toledo, Batman.
Just
is
trying
right.
to catch up with the chat a little bit here.
So the 1 month is pulled back. The 1 month is down 10 cents.
Richard, thanks for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it.
If you're me and you're analyzing the stock and you look at the 1 month and you see how many shares they've issued to raise that kind of cash, you got to feel good that it's even holding up here.
For sure.
I mean, look at this 44 cents. Look at the 1 month. It's down 10 cents.
Yeah, but look at all the cash they have.
Yeah, I mean, I would look at this and be, I guess, we should be a little bullish that it's holding in there. Right?
And then the capital from Bendon, the shareholders agreed.
Yep, that's amazing. Obviously, we can't comment on our position, but we do see why this thing is holding in there pretty strong. Everyone knows I shorted it, if you followed the show yesterday, at $738. I also wrote the 747 and a half calls that expire this Friday. I covered them back today.
Yep.
For how much? I sold them for $23. What do you think I paid for those calls today?
No idea.
$2.50.
That's it?
$2.50.
Oh, my God.
So I actually bought a little bit of Tesla in the hole today after I covered the calls.
Wow.
So I'm long a little bit. You know, Tesla's a fan stock. It's not going away. They had great earnings. In the next segment, we're going to cover what people are saying about Tesla and why it may be an issue. But for this run-up, I think year-to-date, and let's look at this together. Let's go back to this chart. Year-to-date, look what Tesla's done. Down $25 year-to-date, right? But if you go to the 1-year chart, what's it done last year? It's up 550. What do you have? Down 25 or up 550?
Wait, it's up 550 since that forward split?
It's up $550 in the last year.
Okay, so they did a 4 or 5 to 1, remember?
5 for 1, yeah.
5 for 1? Okay. Yeah,
What do you
that
think of
makes
that?
sense. Wow, that's crazy.
And year-to-date, it's down.
Okay.
The last 6 months, still up 298. Last month, up 93. Last 5 days, up 40 cents. Last day, down 33. I would hate to look what the 5-year looks like. Well, only up 656.
I'm still digesting the fact
max
that
chart is up 700. When it went public, that doesn't make any sense to me. It's higher than its actual
No,
price.
that's-
No. Split adjusted, that's $4.
Right.
That's the max. Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that's an amazing run. Anyways, let's get off of Tesla and go to ammo.
The most disappointing ticker in our port right now. Well,
Down 26.
yeah, I mean, we're just waiting on news. It's getting to be frustrating. If it doesn't
Well,
announce,
you guys know we're long this stock. I'm very frustrated.
if it
with
doesn't announce tomorrow, which is Wednesday, that gives them one more day, in my opinion.
To me, you announced an LOI before you announced an offering. You did an offering. You raised money. No LOI, right?
Yeah. February LOI, March offering,
Right, yeah.
April it's supposed to be news.
Coming up on May.
It's almost
All I can
May.
say to you is credibility is waning there with that offering. So Tesla, gross margins this quarter adjusted for, wow, and relaunch costs, all credits, leasing are 23%. Pretty awesome. It tells you what to expect in terms of trajectory the rest of the year, how much Tesla's. The concern with Tesla is they, excluding income from regulatory credits, they had sold around $500 million worth of regulatory credits. Do you know where that? I want to find that for everybody real quickly here. They had a great quarter, and can't complain about that.
I know what you're getting at, and I remember seeing that. And I know what you're saying is basically they should stop being an automaker and start being a brokerage. Or
Well, I mean, effectively they have to make cars in order to sell those regulatory credits. So,
right.
Let's try to cover.
Like, for example, Tesla made $100 million in 1 month of trading crypto. That's more than it's ever made selling cars in 14 years.
Right.
That's from Zero Hedge, excluding regulatory credits. Zero Hedge trolling them. It says it should shut down all money-losing ventures and become a full-time trading desk.
Yeah,
that's what you're getting at. Of
no,
course,
I
that's
am getting to that. But
tongue-in-cheek, obviously.
It's absolutely absurd.
Yeah, of course.
But if you're a Tesla shareholder, what credit do you give Elon? The automotive operations made money from selling carbon credits that they get for the fact that they are a large EV producer.
Yes.
And other companies need those carbon credits.
The solar.
Right. So they get money for that.
Yeah.
But they also traded Bitcoin.
They did.
And in their defense, if you put $1.2 billion into Bitcoin
and you sold half at...
and it doubled. No, you didn't sell half. It doubled.
What did they sell, a quarter?
They only sold $300 million worth.
What did they buy, 1.5?
The 1.2.
1.2, so 25%.
$2.4 billion. They sell $300 million. It adds $100 million to their line. Here's the issue. I'm going to cover something very arcane with you. And the way they hold the asset is they hold it as not a tradable asset. So it's basically considered not a mark-to-mark security. It's almost like a fiat currency. So if they have 1.2 billion in Bitcoin, even if it grows to 2.2 billion in Bitcoin, they don't get to mark it up. So in order for them to take a markup, they have to sell it, right?
Yep.
So they sold some, took a markup of 100 million,
right?
But that means to me they have some earnings in reserve. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but they have largely made money this quarter off of credits and Bitcoin. But I'll tell you, does it really matter? They're still delivering tons of vehicles. I think it was 187,000. I mean, what's your take on this right now? I think they're growing into how big they have become.
Well, they're still losing money though on vehicles. I mean, I don't know
their margins are decent.
Actually, you know what? The opinion actually gives. Oh, I don't know if this is true or not. The opinion does a lot of due diligence. I trust his opinion. That's hence the name. He says
this OK Freeman guy.
Yeah, we'll get to him.
What?
But Tesla said, the opinion says that Tesla's losing $1,800 per vehicle. I cannot confirm or deny that.
Yeah, we can't confirm that, but we're not suggesting the opinion is not correct. And I hope I'm saying it right. OK Freeman.
OK Freeman.
If Bitcoin goes to 15,000, it's a nightmare for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is I mean, Mark Saylor, the Saylor guy from MicroStrategy and others, they put this on their balance sheet, and they're not marking it to the market. So you could argue that you have to engage whether there's an impairment charge. If the asset went from 50,000 to 15, I would suspect there'd be an impairment charge, and that would whack them for the quarter, right?
I mean, what are they doing with this? Are they putting it in cold storage?
Hey, what I read was that they are expecting that more people are going to be paying in Bitcoin,
right?
And therefore their Bitcoin inventory would be going higher.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right,
Totally makes sense.
So they sold off some in anticipation they'd get more.
So you can see them liquidating a good percentage if the increased sales of Tesla are via Bitcoin. You're going to see them doing more transactions. As far as liquidating some positions in order to...
The opinion's correct. If you sold 10%, though, if you sold 10% and you bought it for $1.2 billion and it was now worth $2.4 billion, 10% would be $250 million, give or take. And I'm with you, the opinion. I'm not getting specific in terms of exactly what it is. But there's where I am with Tesla, and that is, I think they have to grow into their market cap now. I think everyone has priced them to perfection, kind of trees grow to the sky kind of thing. And hey, I'm along a little Tesla. I think it's going to be a great trading stock. Let me cover Microsoft in this segment 2. We are going to cover stocks, individual stocks, and I want to cover MSFT. For full disclosure, we came into the market short. We covered at 252. Microsoft is 253.31.
Hey, go to.
Let's book the.
Yeah, that's a good article right there.
Let's book this here. Let's
There
put
you
it up
go.
on the screen. Microsoft books its biggest revenue growth since 2018. They exceeded estimates and analysts' top line and bottom line. Windows revenue growth for devices was higher than the company had predicted. Azure, which is an important part, growth was flat. Now that to me is why the stock is down. That is their cloud initiative, and Azure's down.
Yep.
Do you want to cover anything about this?
I mean, they're going against Amazon Web Services, which grew probably, actually, I know it grew 50% fast. Looks like Amazon, AWS grew 50% faster than the 46% growth that analysts had expected, according to a CNBC review of 14 equity research notes. So you're taking on the beast.
Yeah, well, but you got to think of there's two things that's happening with cloud services. One is the overall pie is getting bigger, and two is, okay, I apologize. There's two things happening with cloud services. The overall pie is getting bigger, and the dominant part of the share of Amazon is going to go down naturally. They're still, but they're let's say Amazon's 50% of a larger pool. The pool may double, and they're 30%, but still have a larger pool, right? So there's a lot of room for Microsoft. The fact that its growth was flat, that's probably going to be the story.
Read that the last sentence there? Can you see that?
Microsoft did not disclose Azure's revenue in dollars.
I don't know why.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, earnings per share was $1.95 adjusted versus $1.78 as expected by analysts, according to what is that called now? I don't know what that is.
Oh, Refinitiv.
Whatever. Who the hell's that?
It's just like a third party.
I never heard of
analyst.
Revenues were $41.7 billion versus $41.3 billion, as expected by analysts. The software hard maker posted a 19% annualized revenue growth for the quarter, which ended March 31st. The biggest quarterly increase in the company since 2018 is part of to gain in PC sales resulting from coronavirus and driven shortages last year. Yeah, it was a good number. I mean, I think that analysts are probably disappointed with the Azure number. I mean, that's probably what's going on there.
Yeah, they nailed a couple of. They got a couple Army contracts. It looks like they're. It looks like the computing unit was pretty solid, 19% gain. I mean, there's not much not to like here. I mean, except for the cloud services, everything else was great. I mean, I look at the price now around what is it at, 250?
At 253.
Yeah, let's see what happens after Powell. Let's see what happens after this week, which is very volatile. And let's see where Microsoft lands, say, next Monday. This could be a target for a long position, in my opinion.
If you don't have a reason why you are long something, if you don't understand a specific reason why your stock is unique to the market, 80% of all stock moves happen with the market going in that direction. So the reality is that, I mean, how about you today? Today's only Tuesday.
Right.
But I woke up Monday going, it's really calm. I saw yesterday that we're going to be able to take off our masks and we're outside now.
So you mean I'm not going to see drivers with their windows up driving around town, like with their masks on, like by themselves? Not an Uber driver, but just a random person. New poll finds 77% of Americans, keyword, support voter ID.
You know, in Georgia, the government is going to require, I want you to understand, be careful.
Okay.
This is going to blow your mind.
I'm ready.
The government's going to require in Georgia that you have an actual ID to vote.
You don't say. You mean like the ID that I have to show at the airport, or to like cash out a certain amount of chips at the casino, or to use my social services stuff like EBT, or not that I use that, but you know what I mean.
My friends that are African American are saying the people that are against this idea are acting as if African Americans can't get an ID.
That would be a racist premise in itself, to assume that someone cannot obtain a free ID.
Do you think that people should have an ID if they want to vote?
I definitely do.
I mean, I'm trying to get onto the World Poker Tour right now, and I have IDs, I have bills, slips, where I live, etc. They still haven't let me on. They won't let me gamble because I moved to Nevada. I'm a new guy in Nevada because my addresses don't match, and they're making me provide a ton of IDs to make sure. What's up?
Who's drinking? Oh, an ID to drink?
Oh, right.
It's not even like that. So I'm trying to go into one of my friends' communities who lives in a nice house. Not mentioning any names, Todd. So I'm at the guard shack, and this lady comes out and says, hey,
Janelle?
I need your ID. I need your ID to get into this community.
And your license plate, and they write everything down.
I'm like, what is that like?
Skyla, I know on the Strip, they just let you drink unlimitedly. You're only 20 years old, but they never card you. You're not required to even have an ID anymore, right?
No.
Or do you need an ID?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the way I carry myself, but I don't get carded. Like, I don't know. But I know other people who are like 25.
But generally, you do need an ID to drink, correct?
But then I know some people who are like 25, 26, and they get carded all the time.
Andrea got carded the other day.
Yeah.
Andrea's in her low 30s, and she got carded.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Andrea.
I mean, it's simple. Third world countries have more secure elections than we do. It's not rocket science. If you have a state that doesn't require an ID to vote, you can have people vote, dead people vote, people that aren't citizens vote. You can vote numerous times. I mean, why do you think California gets 89% Democrat? You really think there's only 11% that are independent there or Republican? I mean, it's possible, but you have a lot of volatility there in our elections. I mean, I just have an ID. Wouldn't both sides want to make sure they're fair and free elections? I mean, why is it that one side is adamantly against showing an ID to vote? Why is that? You got to ask yourself.
Exactly. Do you like this little screen here?
Yeah.
Who puts this out?
Dan Bongino, former Secret Service agent for Barack Obama.
Rachel Maddow thinks that the end of democracy is near
because of
due
an
to the
election
Maricopa
audit.
County election audit. Do you believe that?
She's a bit out there. And I'm not on Twitter personally, but once in a while I go on there for some financial stuff, and I'm just looking at it. And it's just nothing but a vacuum full of echo-chambered bots. I just don't understand what happened to the free speech. In fact, free speech is actually a target everywhere. Project Veritas is suing CNN and suing Twitter.
1.6 million voters who signed a petition for the Republican-led recall effort have 30 business days to ask themselves the names removed. What does this mean? The ones they want to choose to put on the ballot?
Here's the news. Gavin Newsom is up for election in the fall. He's going to be, in my opinion, he's going to be challenged by Caitlyn Jenner. It's going to be in November. They qualified for a special election, and Gavin Newsom, all his policies and all of his COVID stuff will be at risk in November.
Can you imagine if he lost to Caitlyn Jenner?
He's going to lose to Caitlyn Jenner. You heard it here first. If Caitlyn runs, she will win. She will win. Watch. He's garbage, man. I don't even live in California. That guy's garbage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. Hey, it's Todd Ault, and I got to be honest with you. I just forgot. 61, right?
Yeah, Roger Maris.
Okay, Roger Maris. 61st episode of Risk On. What could be the greatest show about risk ever. We all know that to be not true, but it is a forward-looking statement with the hope and anticipation that someday it'll be true.
Bitcoin's flying right now.
Is it? It's flying. Hold on. You guys, I want to go
Actually,
live
did it
to
just- did it
Bitcoin
just
right
tank?
now.
Hold
on
a
a second.
It
We're
might
going
have
live to Bitcoin.
Ooh, it just tanked. Look at this.
Look at this.
Pull that chart up.
I want to see it on the screen. You
Look
guys,
at that.
this chart just a second ago is 56.5.
Wow.
I mean, this thing is all over the map, and
That's
now it's down to
ins-
54.9. I mean, this thing is crazy.
Look at that.
What was the spike for?
I don't know, but Ethereum, what is Ethereum doing?
Wow.
Let's take a look.
Hey, can we just leave that in the background? Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
That's awesome. I love
Look at that's just in the background. That's Bitcoin, people.
Ethereum's actually...
Can they look at that and they see it like the right way? It's not in reverse or anything, right?
Ethereum's tanking, too.
Oh, wow. What happened to Bitcoin?
I don't
I mean,
know.
just a minute. It's $2,000 difference.
We might want to go to cryptopanic.com and take a look.
This is amazing. Look, you can see it right on the screen. I really like this a lot.
It's a good
We
site.
have a big LED screen right behind us. It's pretty cool.
OCGN, OCGN. Guys, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. OCGN flying after hours. Apparently Fauci tweeted, chief medical advisor to the president, talked about how Covaxin has been found to neutralize the 617 variant of the COVID-19 virus. What is going on here? OCGN just tweeted. What's OCGN doing?
Is there any truth to that?
Yes. OCGN has to be ripping. No, it's just up 50 cents a share, not ripping.
It's in the aftermarket, 56 cents.
Yeah, okay.
When did this happen?
I'm looking at their tweet right now. It happened 6 minutes ago. If you go to the OCGN it's on Twitter at OCGN, they just posted this tweet about Fauci and about how Covaxin, which is the vaccine from the Indian company POWW Bio. It's not OCGN's vaccine. OCGN only has the rights to harvest 50% of the revenue if Covaxin is brought to the United States of America to use in America. Remember that. A lot of people don't realize that. Anyway.
So it's got to be used here, right?
Yeah, the agreement is 50% of the revenue based on any revenue from America from Covaxin. America. So here we go.
Wow.
They also have, I guess, some ingredients that they are contributing to POWW Bio. It's up to $11.82 now. It's up 60 cents. So yeah, that's getting a lot of comments on Twitter right now.
Those of you who know, we've been trading OCGN for a while. We've traded it back and forth a bunch of times. We haven't been in recently, but we did put a position on recently. You know when did we put it on?
Within the last 45 days? 60?
No, we put it on in the last 30 seconds.
Oh, we did?
I just bought some. Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
I mean, it's really up in the aftermarket.
They could possibly get an agreement with the EU too, with European revenue. I mean, that's what people are talking about. I'm seeing a lot of EUA. I'm assuming that's what they mean.
Right.
So you never know.
But this is a derivative, basically. They get a cut of it, right?
It is.
Huh.
But let's say they get FDA approval, the Bharat does, and they bring it to the UK and they bring it to America and they get a cut of the American revenue.
Well, the concept is this isn't the oral one, though, right?
No, it's not. That's AEZS.
Right, AEZS.
If you want to look at an interesting stock, I'm not recommending it, but you can look at AEZS and what they have in the pipeline. They are working on an oral vaccine over in Germany. Take a look at that. That's pretty interesting. I know one guy that's not there right now. He's cooking food.
Papa.
Yeah.
Hey, though, tomorrow, guys, we're going to have PapaGorilla's food on set, and we're going to eat it.
Oh, yeah. I got the
and
pictures.
we're going to tell you about it.
No, you'll see us
And
eat
then
it.
everybody in here, we're going to figure out some way where we can do something with Papa.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if we got him like online orders or something where he got like so many orders he couldn't see straight? I'm excited about this.
I got food for 10, and we got the overnight on dry ice. We're going to get it as quickly as possible. 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll have that, and we'll fire it up for the show.
We're going to warm it up. It's going to be right here.
Yes.
Skyla, Di, they're going to come out. We're going to all have food.
Actually, he might deliver to New Hampshire. He's in Reading, PA.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Brett, the director, can be heard now. Can you hear that?
Yep, you can hear
Brett,
me.
have you ever ate Dominican food?
I have not, but I'm looking forward
Dominican
to it.
steak. We're about to have
Dominican
oh,
steak.
man, we're going to crush it.
Look like chicken. I wonder what makes it Dominican. Is it just like the flavoring and the way they make it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Brett's mic'd up now. We're going to be able to talk to the director. And we're going to get that answer because we're going to have the Naked Brands CEO on the program. I'll let you know when that is. I assure you I'm working hard to get the date. He's in Australia.
Right.
So there's a little bit of a time lapse gain, and apparently there's something, he can't come on yet, but he's coming on.
Anyway.
Let's get to POWW. Now, I got to tell you, this morning this thing opened down and scared the bejeebers out of me, and then had a rally, almost to 40, almost to 740. Now, if I'm the CEO or any vice president of POWW, and I sign an LOI, and then I raise 130 or whatever $1 million I raise, and then I don't make it a definitive, people are not going to be happy with you.
I don't know what they're doing.
It's coming up on the end of the month. It was supposed to be mid-April. We're waiting for an update, and that update better be we bought gunbroker.com.
I'm on their page.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it looks...
For full disclosure, we own a ton of POWW. But I did sell some at 735 today. When I say some, I'm talking like 10,000 shares. We had like 820,000. We cut it back to 775,000. I think we own like 765 now. I mean, we own a ton of it coming out of our ears. Jaguar and Daimler-Benz are going to scale back production because of the global chip shortage. There apparently is a global chip shortage. I don't exactly understand why. Do you know why? Is it because COVID a year later doesn't like chips?
I don't know. Semiconductors, it looks like there were pauses for workers in Germany. They've been pretty locked down in Germany. And there's also, some of the biggest semiconductor company is obviously in Taiwan. I think it's TM.
Yeah, Taiwan Semi.
Yeah, sir, TS, I'm sorry. So, I don't know. Global chip shortage, but I'm not sure. I mean, the supply chain, obviously, COVID, obviously. Factory workers not showing up because of COVID. Yeah, so that leads to a shortage.
What is this nonsense about him people not wanting him to be on Saturday Night Live?
When is he scheduled to be on? May 8th?
May 8th.
The
Saturday Night Live.
Dogefather.
The Dogefather.
The Dogefather. They don't. I don't know why they don't want him on there.
Huh.
He also said something recently about hedgies and the SEC could be considered being too close to one another.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's look at Tesla today, down another $10.34 since they reported. It actually rallied this morning to 707. You see that strong rally there? We're up on the chart. We put up. So it rallied to 707 and then sold off the rest of the day. Kept trying to rally but failed. Look at this. See? And the 5-day is down.
Yep.
The 1 month is up about $83. Look at that 1 month. But if you go to a longer term chart, year to date, look at that, down.
That's wow.
Tesla's down.
Wow.
Year to date, it's down 4.8% year to date.
Click the 1 year and it'll be way up.
1 year will be way up,
Wow.
534.
Doge is smashing it. Let's look at the 1 year. Okay, it did have a run up. I mean, it was up 0.04 of a penny. I mean, the volume is huge, obviously, with a coin this cheap. The market cap is $8 billion.
Dogecoin is 30.69.
Yeah, what's going on here? Tron for the win, Verac says.
Dogecoin was 40 cents a couple days ago, right? Like a week ago.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. ADA, yeah, Cardano, Verac, yeah. I'm with you, Verac 94. ADA is the true ETH. I can get behind that.
We going to cover this Elon Musk thing, or we have nothing to say about it? You said you wanted to cover Elon going on Saturday Live.
He pumped Dogecoin. He's a pumper.
The Dogefather?
Yeah, he's a pumper.
He is a pumper.
Cuban's a pumper, but Cuban actually takes Doge at the arena for the Mavericks.
So what happens to Doge? I mean, what happens to Doge if they start taking it for Tesla?
Could you imagine?
No.
How many Doge could it take to buy a Tesla?
It'd be a lot.
There's a recall effort with Newsom. They obtained the proper signatures. And now what we're seeing today is California, they reject 20% of the signatures in the Gavin Newsom recall effort. But guess what? Only 0.6% of signatures were questioned during the 2020 election.
Hey, for Josh, Nick, Brett, our friend Skyla, who's over there in the corner eating popcorn, Jason, my friend Jason, and he is my friend. Check out his picks. But remember, you got to bet everything, and you got to do it carefully. Don't spend too much money on betting. It's
Correct.
for fun. We do it for fun. We put our own money at risk. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's April 29th.
Rock and
The
roll.
62nd episode of Risk On. And this may be the greatest actual show of Risk On,
I agree.
because I covered part of my Amazon short right into the close. And Amazon is $35.80 in the aftermarket.
Dude.
Yeah, why are we eating? What's going on today?
Papa G,
You guys
just
shut up, man. It's my show.
come on. Oh, my God.
Just kidding around. We are eating Dominican food flown in by Federal Express.
UPS.
Oh, was it UPS?
Yeah.
Did you really use UPS?
What can Brown do for you?
You said FedEx.
Nope. Papa G shipped it next day air, early AM.
Ooh, the mashed potatoes are really good.
We can't zoom in, can we?
I love mashed potatoes.
What'd Biden say?
He wants
The biggest event since the Civil War?
Yeah, what is that? What he said about the January 6th?
I don't know what he
Oh,
meant.
my
Is
God.
that masks or something?
That's ridiculous.
Come on.
It's a joke. I didn't watch it. PBS was ratioing him with downvotes like 100 to 1. PBS is like hardcore left. I don't know. It
I
was
saw
weird.
Biden on a national stage with a bunch of people,
It looked weird.
and he had the whole thing was weird. Where were the Republicans, by the way?
They weren't there.
No, seriously. Wasn't it a joint session of Congress?
Yeah. People didn't show up.
Why not?
It's Joe Biden.
Your answers suck because that doesn't make sense. He's still the president of the United States. Why did people not show up?
So what? People didn't show up when Trump was office on the left.
All right, well, let's cover the Dow real quick. Come on.
Hold on, I'm eating this steak.
PapaGorilla. This is a show about eating food. We're
This
gonna eat
is,
food the whole time.
I'm off my game because I'm just distracted by the bountiful flavors here of the Dominican food. prepared by the
Amazon's up 112.
the gentleman
3%.
from the Naked Army, PapaGorilla, and we set this up. He shipped it out last night. We got it here. We had somebody come in and prepare it. And
How many people online know PapaGorilla?
A lot, all of them.
They all know him from the Naked Army thing?
Yeah, of course. I think he got I think he's a moderator there now. So yeah, Reading, Pennsylvania has a lot to be proud of. The Dominican Republic got themselves a great person. Parents should be proud. Great preparer, chef, awesome, and also very knowledgeable with the market. He's bullish in oil. I concur.
POWW, you suck.
Yep.
You didn't report the purchase of that gunbroker.com. Supposed to be mid-April. Could you see people selling it today when there was no news?
Not a lot of volume though.
What was the volume like?
Like 1.2 million or something.
No, it was small then.
Yeah, it wasn't. Here, let me get you the exact. 1.6. 1.6.
Skylar, what do you have to say about them not announcing yet?
I think
Guy's
it's
like, I don't know.
BS.
Skylar, give us some take on that.
Let's go to the chart again one more time. It's 7.15 in the aftermarket. Last 5 days it's up 22 cents, but today it was down 15.
Again, low volume.
I think we're sitting here with in our hand going, what's going to happen?
I mean, we're up at 1.5 points, aren't we? Give or take.
Oh, we have a profit. Not happy.
Nothing's changed except they need to deliver on what they said they were going to do.
Right.
That's all.
We got to cover that Biden speech last night. I thought he did really well. He spoke well. I'm not saying I agreed with his message.
You didn't even watch it.
I did watch a little bit of it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did, like 10 minutes.
Everything is spend, 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 tax the rich, only the rich.
I got to be honest with you. It's like it's class warfare. It's like I'm supposed to feel bad because I worked I have worked 30-something years. Haters trying to kill me, all kinds of stuff. Lost money, made money. Am I supposed to feel bad?
Dude, you know how many people...
I work hard to make sure that 100 and some plus people are employed.
You pay payroll taxes for all of those people. You provide health care to all of those people. You're providing for I don't even know how many families. And the big business and small business across America, they do all the...
Tyler is our CFO's son.
Tyler is on it.
And you know what's funny? He's been telling me about his son for years. Oh, my son's in the graphic artist. My son's this. My son's that. He's proud of his son.
Dude, they're crushing
And then
it.
one day he says, hey, do you think he could intern? I'm like, no, dude, let's hire him.
Yeah.
Boom! We hired him.
You should see...
Now he's on every day.
Josh and him are like always pre-planning, game planning for everything. They're doing really well. Yeah, the previous president's no longer on Twitter. He's not reinstated. They finally got a quarter without him. You're looking at lawsuits from Project Veritas suing Twitter. Like, I don't know. Twitter's just an echo chamber. They've alienated like 60 to 70% of the country. It's basically 20 to 30% of the country now, in my opinion. Have you ever been on there recently? It's like there's no free thought there. I don't know. Not a fan. Used to be good.
So Twitter's down to 59.40. Do we know why? Can you look it up?
I can take a look. Not a fan of Twitter anymore. They banned me for something that I said that...
Did they really ban you?
They banned me for... I don't know if I can say it on air.
What'd you say?
No,
Oh,
I don't.
that 20,000 HOV
I can't say it
sold.
on air.
That 20,000 HOV sold.
Did it really? Let's just say they banned me for something that I wished on a small percentage of the people in the world that I wish them not well. And I think most people would wish them not well also if they knew who I was talking about, and they banned me for it.
So you were a hater.
Yes. But with a worthy cause.
Yeah, I agree.
Can someone explain to me why I can walk in the restaurant with a mask on, but if I sit down, I can take it off? There's no logic here.
What?
We've adopted this sort of victim mentality. I'm a victim.
Why am I seeing people driving around Las Vegas with a mask on
That
in
I
their
don't
car
get.
alone? Windows
They'll be
open, windows
alone.
closed. Doesn't
New York
matter?
is going to reopen on July 1st.
What is the?
But on June 30th,
yeah.
don't reopen.
Remember the curfews? 10:01. You better not be in the streets because you'll get COVID.
But at 10:30,
9:59, yeah.
you might get COVID.
yeah.
Now, I guess the logic here is they don't want you to commiserate and party and maybe have sex or something. I don't know.
Fauci one time said, "No, we're not going to be wearing masks," and then he went, "Let's consider double and triple masks." I just find it amusing that people are in their own car with nobody in their car, and they're wearing 1 or 2 masks with the windows rolled up or the windows
I don't
rolled
think
down.
we're saying that people shouldn't be able to wear masks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Read JB Ballin's comment.
Wearing a mask in your car, yeah. Alone, yeah, it's like wearing a condom alone when you're in bed. Oh my God, that's epic.
Hey guys, it's the 29th of April. Tomorrow is the last day of April. I'll be interviewing Stormy Simon tomorrow. Thanks to Phil, the president of, one of the founding presidents of Virgin, for being on the show today.
XPO.
PapaGorilla, you're wonderful, buddy. We love the food. Thank you so much.
Guys, we're running out of time.
We're going to eat a lot of food. For Skyla, my man Jason, PapaGorilla, we're going to put a link to his restaurant everywhere because we love the food. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's Risk On. It is the 30th of April. Why am I in a good mood? Because I'm short. I've been telling the market, telling you guys, that I've been short. I thought the market roll over. I don't think May and June have any catalyst. Amazon out of the way. I was short Amazon. Everyone knows that yesterday. In the aftermarket, it was 150 in my face. I think it's up like $2 now. My point is what is the reason to be long stocks right now? What's compelling overall? And to me, there isn't one. Anybody you know file a 13D on BTX when it was NTM buzz time? I happen to know that guy. He's chubby. He's sitting in this chair, and he's got some Popeye's chicken sandwiches, spicy. That would be me. Anyways, for full disclosure, I'm allowed to say I'm long naked brands.
Yes.
I can't say anything else about buying and selling, but I can tell you that I have a long position in naked brands, and this morning it was at 76. Did you see that?
Absolutely.
The thing trades like what I want to know what the total trading is. Armada Trading is going to be on, and we have a special guest who is from iNetSupply. This guy has a contract with Ault Global Holdings subsidiary Coolisys to provide and sell EV units. But forget that part.
Yep.
That's already public information.
Correct.
He's going to cut you in on some great information on how to get laptops and stuff. By the way, he's not a sponsor of the show. He has a contract with a subsidiary of a company that I happen to be executive chairman on. I like Shania Twain.
Okay.
But is Shania Twain in her later years? She's 55. I'm 51. I think she's great. Shania, if you're listening to this, you can be my second wife in a second. Don't worry about it, okay? I love you. But Shania Twain was the hottest she was 20 years ago.
Right.
This is what's happening with Apple. Apple is incredibly hot. You can't get any hotter, right? There is no better news. When you have 6 #1 hits, there's nothing else. Where else do you go? It is a coupon now. They're going to buy back stock. They're going to pay a dividend.
90 billion.
Who cares? Who cares? Do I care about Apple? No. By the way, PapaGorilla, we're still eating your food, by the way.
Yeah.
You made us too much food. It was good.
Yeah, I had chicken and I had some steak today.
I wonder if the Dominicans make a sandwich. Because I was telling you that sauce with that mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
I took the sauce from the meat and the mashed potatoes and put them all together, and it's woo. I bet you if you could have that stuff in person at PapaGorilla's place.
Fresh.
Right off the grill.
You know it's cheaper to fly him here and have him cook for us than to ship UPS next day air? Seriously.
What a good idea.
It's
We
way
should just
cheaper.
Hey,
ship him
PapaGorilla,
here.
I
Dude.
have a gigantic kitchen in my house. My kitchen in my house is bigger than the first house I ever bought, actually.
He's never been to Vegas. Papa.
No. Papa, we might fly you
We
out.
might do that, buddy.
Dude, that would be great. Maybe he could cater some event for us.
Yeah,
That
it's
would
cheaper.
be so fun.
Would that be dope or what?
We can fly down here
I use
for-
a young person's word, dope.
Nice.
Hey, we got an exciting guest here. So most of you probably know I'm executive chairman and founder of Ault Global Holdings, a holding company that's been developing over the last 3 or 4 years. And we got a long ways to go, I admit that. But we met a unique guy through Jason, and he runs a really exciting company that I've never seen a company get better deals than the company that sells the product. Like when I go on the Dell Computer's website, and then I go into his website,
Right.
he sells me the same stuff for better than they do.
Yeah.
So this is Doney the third. Hey, Don.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Hey, buddy. Why don't you tell us about your company real quick, and let's make sure we put in the link.
Hey, there we go.
Hey,
Whoa,
here we go.
on the big screen in the
Let's
background.
make sure we put in the link for your company.
Wow, check it out. We're just all over.
Wow, modern technology is in the back. This is great.
Great.
Yeah. Anytime you spend 50,000, 60,000
wrong
on a
way.
screen, it better work.
Yeah.
That's for you, Willie. How much does that screen cost? I mean, I could buy part of a Ferrari with that damn thing. Anyways, you have a company that sells items really at very competitive prices. And by the way, just for full disclosure, we don't have a deal. We're not getting paid a resale commission. Nothing's happening here. We actually invited him on because we want to add value. And we started looking at laptops and stuff we buy from. So tell us about your company, when it was founded, and how this works. Because I was sitting with you and your dad. I'm like, wow.
All right. Well, we're a stocking distributor of new retail, factory sealed, consumer electronics, business electronics. We specialize in notebooks, desktops, networking equipment, VoIP, and other consumer electronics, things along those lines. Founded the company in 2013. We're pretty much strictly an e-commerce business. We've been growing the company. We're doing $40+ million a year in sales right now. We're hoping to triple that within the next 2-3 years, which sounds a little bit lofty, but that's kind of where things are going right now. What we do is we go to these big manufacturers. We go to the biggest distributors in the world. We go to them with cash, end of quarter, end of year, and we say, listen, what do you have for us? What kind of deals can you scare up? And we pay well, and we get the best deals in the market. That's how we've accomplished what we have so far. And yeah, I mean, love for any of your fans or anyone else to check us out. We did set up a deal with a coupon code, risk on, all capital letters, all one word, on our website, iNetSupply.com.
Okay.
That gives all of your listeners 5% off and free shipping across the U.S.
You ready?
Let's go.
Armada.
We got double armadas. Yeah. It's Sam and Josh. Welcome to the Risk On show, guys.
Okay, so you got to introduce yourselves. Just give us like a 1-minute overview of what you guys do and where you're from. And I know you guys have a bunch of followers. So it's Sam Nevin and Josh Ryder, right?
Yes.
Hello. Evening.
Hello, everyone.
So who's who?
Evening, afternoon.
So Sam is on the left?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
Sam's got the green screen behind him.
Okay.
Josh in the white jumper.
Nice.
Oh, right on, man. So tell us about Armada Trading. And I'll be honest with you, and I apologize. I get inundated, literally. Skyla, who's my assistant and my assistant producer, I get, Skyla, do I get 100 emails a day or 1,000 emails a day?
Too many.
Too many. That's a good answer. So I don't exactly know what Armada Trading does. I've seen some videos you guys have done. That part's fun. But what does Armada Trading do, and what do you guys like to do? And kind of describe where each of you are from. I know you're from England. I'd love to hear about it.
Well, there you go. Sam, you can go if you want.
Yeah, okay. So pretty much myself and Josh, we're university students. We met back in the day. Like we've been good friends for ages. And we have been trying to document our journey in personal finance. Josh is an economics and finance student. I'm business and management. So we're trying to, show our journey within finance. And, our goal is to help people try and make money. It's all just try and learn from us. And also, they may be able to teach us a thing or two as well. So it's a back and forth. And, we're trying to build up a nice community to, just keep growing, really.
Nice. Hey, how old are you lads?
I'm 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 21.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
impressive, man. Very impressive.
They got their own shit. You guys got to, hold on, 20 and 21.
It's amazing. What were we doing at 20 and 21?
Actually, I got to say to Sam and Josh, I actually at 20 years old got married, and I knew I wanted to work on Wall Street since I was 11. I'll tell you this story real quickly to both of you. I discovered Warren Buffett on Moneyline with Lou Dobbs when I was like 10 or 11 years old. And I wanted to either fly planes or work on Wall Street. And my wife, who I met when I was out of high school, she went to high school with me. She said to me, my first wife, by the way, she said to me, why don't you, I said, should I work on Wall Street or go fly planes? And she said, why don't you go work on Wall Street, then you can afford your own plane? And I was done. So at your age, I was kind of doing the same thing. I take it, though, neither one of you are married.
No, not at the moment.
Don't do
No.
it. Don't do it that quickly.
We're not cuffed up quite yet.
I got 2 beautiful kids out of it, but don't get married early. You got to wait a while.
Yeah,
Hey,
these guys are married to the market.
They're
Anyway,
married to the market.
so-
How did you discover the Naked Army? Because I know that you guys are somehow connected to the Naked Army. I don't really know them, but I see them on our chat and emails and stuff like that. How did you guys get involved?
So
Go on.
we were originally part of the NAKD stock Reddit. So we made a video just out of the blue about NAKD. And, we wanted to do our stock analysis of it. And we got invited to the NAKD Reddit. So from there on out, we started promoting our videos on the NAKD Reddit page. And then from there on out, some people linked the NAKD Telegram, the famous NAKD Telegram, where I think a lot of the viewers currently right now are from. And we went into this NAKD Telegram, and yeah, the love that we've been getting has been absolutely amazing. And can't thank everyone enough in the chat right now.
What do you guys think is happening with NAKD? I'm curious as to what you think that they're going to do with the cash, kind of what the plans are. Are you guys just trading it and just enjoying the momentum up or down, or do you guys think that there's some global strategy that you're aware of that they're doing?
So yeah, Josh, do you want to take this?
Oh yeah. I was going to say I can do. So at the moment, I was going to say I'm just personally holding massively. So I've got quite a hefty sum within NAKD, but when it comes to kind of day trading, I lean towards biotech type thing. So I'm just holding on for dear life at the moment, as I'm sure the whole NAKD army would hope that I would come out and say. But I was going to say, yeah, exactly. So I kind of, I don't really swing trade it like that, but having seen recently, because I believe they've just appointed a new CFO, and they've got a mergers and acquisitions veteran. I don't know exactly who he is, but I know he's kind of embedded within the mergers and acquisition scene. So with them moving from a kind of brick and mortar style business to fully kind of integrated e-commerce, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they were to go and use the cash to form some form, like do a merger with someone like an Asus or someone like that, kind of someone who's already within the e-commerce scene. I get
all the haters who tell me I shouldn't be short. I'm not short in the sense that I'm betting against America. I just think the next 2 months are going to be lackluster. I want to take a position. And by the way, you notice that our positions, some of them are down, but our hedges have been helping us hedge.
Yes.
And so we're really hedged instead of short, right? I mean, I know it's a big short, right? But it's relative to the hedge position we have. I'm focused on looking if there's any value out there and trying to figure out what it means, what the Biden administration really means. Because they're really trying to divide a wedge. I mean, I actually think the wedge is bigger. Before the wedge, there was a wedge with... Hear me out for a second.
I'm listening. I know where you're going.
The thesis they had was they're going to unite us, but I actually feel a sense of division more with Republicans.
Yeah.
It's so strange to me. I guess the only good thing is about Trump not being president is I don't have to get blasted for liking him. I don't have to feel bad for the person that I like the guy.
They demonize that's the thing.
We got demonized pretty hard, right? If you like the guy.
You know what? Okay.
By the way, I happen to think Joe Biden is a nice guy. I think he happens to mean well. My concern is that does he have to pander to a part of the party that wants to destroy America? Can I just go to any other country and get health care?
No.
Can I just show up to Switzerland and say I want to be here illegally?
Illegally, no.
Can I just show up in France and say I want to be here illegally?
Yeah, they're not even really... The COVID testing protocol is lackluster also.
No, but can I go anywhere and just say I want to be here illegally?
No, and get free stuff?
And get free stuff?
No, you can't do that.
Can I go over to a different country and get $15,000 if I'm in a state like New York?
Yeah, Cuomo is just giving it out.
I apologize, but it's a radio show. We got to cut it short. We only have 19 seconds. For Josh, our producer, Skyla, the lovely Skyla, enjoying Vegas, Nick, Brett, Josh, Don Doney, Sam at Armada Trading, iNetSupply, PapaGorilla this week, Jason, my buddy, my friend Jason, everybody who helps produce the show, Willie. I'm going to be with Stormy Simon today at 3:30. This has been an incredible week. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your Sunday if you're on the radio. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Thank you to the radio listeners. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Marshall. We love you, buddy.
Yes, thank you, Marshall.